All right. Hey, Emily. Let's get back to Seaman. Our time should be relatively appropriate. Unlike the volume, holy shit, which is way too loud. All right. That should be better. For myself, rather. It's going fine. Made myself another plum pie today, which is fucking delicious.
Good morning. Welcome to the laboratory of Jean-Paul Gasset. Greetings and welcome back. You're doing a good job.
609.
First, a
Nice.
recap of your previous visit. A moth laid its eggs. At the moment, the habitat contains 2 gillmen. They are suffering from the cold. Please use the heater to raise the temperature to a more comfortable level.
Okay, so we were still in Gillman phase.
Allow me to give you the highlights for today. If Professor Gasset's data is accurate, we can expect a change in the Gillman's body very shortly.
Okay, so they're gonna start.
Head over to the
They're gonna
tank.
start growing their legs today. Excellent. That's perfect. I had intended to play through up to the point where they actually had their legs again, but then I did not have time. So that did not happen today. So instead, we are going to just keep going from where we left off yesterday. Hey, Raw Man. But I don't think that's a big deal. I think we should be able to get up to the same point where we were yesterday anyway. I don't think we're too far behind where we were. Also, I made a backup of my save file, so I have that.
Oh, good.
So at the very
I'm feeling
least,
a little warmer.
we're going back to here, rather than all the way to the start.
Oh, sweet oxygen.
In addition, I think what I will do is, once we get up to the stage where we've drained the water, I will save, and I'm going to make another backup at that point, just in case there's something bad with the image that I'm using, the disk image, that caused it to freeze there during the egg laying. Because I think that's a possibility also. Hey, Deceptive. Ah, shit, here we go again. But yeah, so I want to make another backup at that point, just to be 100% safe. Worst case, if it happens again, like if it proves to be a repetitive issue, I should be able to find another disk image. Because I would assume that if that was the case, it probably was just like when I downloaded it, it was, or I mean, when I legitimately ripped it from a disk, it was a bad rip.
Okay, don't answer me. Good
Hello,
morning.
Seaman. Okay, so we'll go over here. I'm assuming they're probably hungry. So once we've got everything sprayed up and get back over there, I'll spray everything up and then... Hello, Seaman.
What?
Do you want to talk? Are you hungry? Are you hungry?
Don't you have any friends?
Do you want to talk?
Well, don't you fret. Seaman is your friend.
Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk? Hey, Die Forever.
I have another question for you.
Do you
and
now?
it's a serious one, so no fooling around. Do you like yourself?
Yes.
You do like yourself?
Yes.
I'll bet you like yourself. In fact, I'd guess you like yourself at least twice a day.
What was
But seriously, there's
Yeah,
nothing
so
wrong
it
with
seems like
liking
he
yourself.
asks the same questions
you
in the same order, which is interesting. Because you would kind of... I would have kind of expected these kinds of things to have been somewhat, like, shuffled a little bit. Do you want to talk?
So, what's the one thing
Seaman
you like
randomizer.
most about yourself?
Beard.
Your private part?
No.
Then what do you like about yourself?
My personality.
You think you've got a good personality?
Yes.
Well, that's good. To me, that's the most important thing about a person.
Since last time you thought I was so vain because I liked ears or whatever. Do you want to talk?
I have nothing to say.
Because apparently he doesn't recognize beard as a valid... Like, that seems like not the weirdest thing to say. Hey, Hunt. This is Seaman. It's an aquarium simulator. Do you want to talk?
I know you said you like yourself, and that's great. But I mean, you're not perfect. Nobody is, except maybe me. There's got to be something you don't like about yourself. So, if you had to pick the one thing that you dislike most about yourself, what would it be?
Ears.
Your ears?
Yes.
If your ears are the worst thing about you, you've got it easy, my friend. I mean, unless they're on your butt or something.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Yeah, like 2000s beards were definitely not exactly, yes, yes, you are. It's a waking nightmare. Do you want to talk? Just wait, because there will be no more nightmares to come. Do you want to talk? Motherfucker, do you want to talk? E-ah.
So, I think it's really interesting that when I asked you what you liked best about yourself, you did not choose a physical characteristic. You must recognize that physical appearance is not the most important thing. In fact, how attractive a person is often has little or
DC?
nothing to do with what they actually look like.
There it
You
is.
know what I mean? So tell me, do you think you're attractive?
Yes.
You do think you're attractive?
Yes.
That's good. Usually, if you believe that you are attractive, other people will think so too. Because at the very least, they will be attracted to your self-confidence.
But yeah, he's, the legs are starting. The legs are starting. So it's only a matter of time before they fuck to death. I mean, spoilers. Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk? That's his dick
My
shitter.
hackles, you mouth breather. Go away.
They can suck blood with that, or shit.
Okay.
Yeah, they can suck blood. They can shit out of it. I'm surprised he hasn't yet. It sounded like he acknowledged it, but shit. Shit.
All right. Just don't eat it all at once.
So yeah, they shit out of it. They fuck with it. They suck blood with it. It's an all-purpose dick shitter. Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk? This is entering the mother's womb game shit level. I do this because I must. Do you want to talk? Just wait. This isn't even the weird stuff
I'm
yet.
mad at you right now, so
Why
go
are,
away.
why are you mad at me? Let me tickle you.
Quit it. Quit it. It hurts.
Do you want to talk?
I'm very sorry to hear that.
Oh, God. Hey, Vess. I saw that like in the morning, and then I forgot to actually do anything with it. Oh wait, no, sorry. I'm thinking of the Tingle one, which is more horrific. Thank you for the hunt. Thank you for the hunt, host. Thank you for the host hunt. Do you want to talk?
No.
All right, he's being a little shit, so I think we might be done here for this session. So,
Would you like to save and end the session?
oh yeah, also this game is narrated by Leonard Nimoy. So we're gonna stop. We're gonna reset. We're gonna change our time and date. Thank you for the host deceptive. Alright, so God, unfortunately, I wish there was a way to not load directly into the disk. Or rather, the load into the SD card, but regardless, just go straight to the main menu rather than the sub menu. Okay, so we're going to exit out to the system menu. That took a weirdly long amount of time. Okay, so now it's October 8th, and we're going to actually make it 8 a.m. because that's just been my time that I do. P-check 2020. I mean, it's... Honestly, it doesn't seem like it's gained a whole lot of fluff right now. Not like over the last month or two is what I mean. Like, it doesn't feel like it's progressed a lot since being here. Yeah, I mean, maybe conditioner would help it grow, but like also I don't particularly want to have it get too much longer. I have beard oil, but I also don't use it regularly because, like, who gives a shit? Although it is actually, like, good for the skin underneath. Seaman. But yeah, I just mostly don't bother most of the time. Longer the better.
Good morning. Welcome to the laboratory of Jean-Paul Gasset. Greetings, and welcome back. You're doing a good job. At the moment, the habitat contains 2 gillmen. They are starving. Feed them at once, or they will die.
Yeah, they didn't ask for food yesterday, which was interesting.
Allow me to divulge today's highlights. If Professor Gasset's data is accurate, we can expect a change in the Gillman's body very shortly. So let us head over to the tank.
Okay. So I assume they'll have much larger legs at this point.
I'm pretty hungry now.
Yeah, interesting. Their legs don't actually look much bigger. That's what I mean.
Oh, good. I thought I was going to die. Still no food yet?
Okay, fine. I'll get you some food. Oh, there's also a fucking spider web in the corner.
I'm really hungry. Please feed. Hey, thanks. Hey, thanks for the food.
Hey, thanks for the food.
Mmm, tasty. Mmm, that was terribly delicious. Hey.
Hello.
Morning, Fuzzy. Nice to see you again.
Alright, so let's get our air levels up. Should go kill that spider as well. Pretty sure the spiders are bad. No. I am a human in this game. Trying to raise these seamen. Oops, I didn't mean to drop you on the ground. Okay, oh, I also should spritz up this aquaria, or, like, whatever. What's my intention for these seamen? I've just gotta get them evolved. Gotta let them fully grow to their greatest form. Learn what I can about them. Do you want to talk?
Maybe you should take a nap.
Maybe you should stop being an asshole. Fucking Seaman.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Do you want to talk now? Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk?
What's up?
Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk? There we go. No, you're not gonna... You acknowledged that statement according to the screen here, but you did not actually talk.
So,
Oh, there we go.
you think you're at least somewhat attractive. Well, do you think other people find you attractive?
Yes.
So you do think people find you attractive?
Yes.
It's great that you think so highly of yourself. Just be careful that your head doesn't get too big. Otherwise, you'll never be able to buy a hat again.
I do appreciate that they put, like, confirmation in on pretty much every voice input. Like, that's pretty generous of them. They could have just been like, oh, I think you said this. Fuck you. Do you want to talk? Pretty standard fish behavior, just upside down swimming. Totally normal. That's what fish do.
So, not too long ago, I asked you if you liked yourself. Now I have a slightly different question for you. Do you think other people like you?
Yes.
You do think people like you?
Yes.
Well, that's good. You like yourself, and you think other people like you. That sounds pretty healthy.
Just trying to check out his legs there a little bit. Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk?
We've been talking a lot about how you see yourself and how other people see you. Now let me ask you this. Have you ever seen yourself on TV or on video?
Yes.
So I guess you
Weird that
know
didn't beep.
then that the rumor about the camera adding 10 pounds isn't true.
Hey,
It
Doc.
adds at least 20. And a couple of unsightly fins. It can be weird seeing yourself on video. Were you surprised by the way you looked?
No.
Well then, I guess you are just very comfortable with seeing your naked body in all those positions. Oh, wait, maybe you haven't seen that video yet.
Do you want to talk?
Not right now.
Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk?
So, you said you liked yourself. You think other people like you. You think you're attractive. And you think other people find you attractive. I'd say it seems like you have a lot of self-confidence and a positive self-image. Would you agree?
Yes.
That's great. But don't get too big of a head. It'll make your body look funny.
Do you want to talk? 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 Motherfucker. Look at his little legs, though. They're actually, like, growing to a visible size now.
Hello?
With his dick in his face. Do you want to talk?
There's nothing I want to talk about right now.
Hello, Seaman.
What?
Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk? It's not just his dick, though. It's his dick shitter. It's his
What's up?
multi-purpose fuck tube. Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk? Love hose.
Right, I know. It's been grand. Let's do it again soon.
This is even more multi-purpose, though. Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk?
What do you want?
Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk?
No, I'm done for today.
Okay. So he's done. Prehensile dick. Yep.
Don't make me laugh.
I don't know if I've shaken this around. I guess this wasn't until later that we were able to do this with the rock, but... I can't whistle. Oh, I thought that was Deceptive who typed that speak command because it was purple. Well, I guess... I think you're maybe not. I was gonna say you're slightly different shades of purple, but I don't think you are. I think you're the same purple. I feel like you were like a kind of more grayish blue before for a long time. He doesn't respond. I think it basically, once you've named one, and it seems like you can only name one, even though you can assign a name to the other one, it seems to forget. But even if I, like, highlight over him, the other guy comes over and talks. Do you want... Oops, that's not the right button. Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk? Like, he basically doesn't respond to us anymore. Do you want to talk? Yeah, that's the color you were before. And now no one uses that color. I don't remember who was using that color before. But it was like, there were a whole bunch of people using that kind of color. Or something. Oh, Welshie was using it, yeah. His name is different enough, though, in terms of shape, that it's easy to differentiate. I think it was more than just Welshie, though. There were like 3 people in chat with the same color. Do you want to talk?
I don't want to.
Okay, so yeah, I think we're done here for the day. Purple had a good run. Oh, yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, it was probably Zazu. Alright, so we get our air up.
This might be ugly. You may want to look away.
Are you about to shit? Yep.
Time for a sea dump.
Great. They fucking both just... And, like, let's put it this way also. Not only do they announce their fucking sea dump, but then they fucking fling it at the glass. They couldn't fling it at the ground or, like, anywhere. No. In fact, this one flung it above water level. Like, these goddamn shitty motherfuckers. Alright, air's up. Oops, didn't mean to turn the lights down.
Hey, I'm trying to sleep in here.
He's trying to hit me with it, yeah. Oops, I didn't mean to boil them quite so much, but that's fine, because we're going to be stopping. And then we'll be going and changing the date. Command me to eat shit. So I don't know. I guess it seemed like their legs go to a certain. I don't know how. I don't know. I don't really understand the progression in this game. I think it is attached to the conversations to some extent. But like, I don't know. Yes, the Japanese version does indeed say "Don't panic" instead of "caution." I don't know why, but yeah, I have a copy of a boxed copy of the Japanese game, and I actually have the disc and everything as well. But it was like you have to have the microphone to play this game, but buying a microphone on its own is like not cheap in North America. But for some reason, I was able to buy the entire game, an entire Japanese copy with the microphone and the game and everything, and it was like, shit. Did I move the date for it already? I don't think I did. It was like significantly cheaper. It wasn't like ridiculously cheap. It was like $30 or $40, but you know, it was like still cheaper to buy the entire game from Japan than it was to buy just a microphone in North America. I don't know if I think they're actually, well, yes, other games can use the mic. I don't know if there are any other games that require the mic. I know Mr. Driller, you can use the mic. Mr. Driller, you can pretty much apparently use basically any type of controller, and it'll work. Like on this, you can just kind of like scream into the mic, and every time you like say something, you drill down in Mr. Driller, or drill in the direction that you're pointing. I don't remember what else there was. There was a Stop Skeletons from Fighting video on weird Dreamcast controllers. I mean, you can basically do that in Mr. Driller. Because it will literally take like any sound. You can just go pew 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 pew, and you drill around. But I don't think there might be other games.
Good morning. Welcome to the laboratory of Jean-Paul.
Next time we're waiting on.
Greetings and welcome back. You're doing a good job. At the moment, the habitat contains 2 podfish. They appear to be very hungry, so let us head over to the tank.
Yeah, I have a backup save from the end of last stream. I'm not going to back it up every time, but when we get up to basically the same point where we've drained the water, I'm going to back up the save again at that point. Just in case there's something bad with the disk image there. 'Cause I don't know where the problem is, but okay, yeah, they've got their full-on luscious legs now. So that's a good thing. Hopefully they'll start making their moves today. Yeah, so that tool, which is called Dream Explorer, by the way, that homebrew tool that I was using, it's weird. So when it loads up, it has 3 predefined, like 3 built-in scheme. What's it called? Graphics options. There's the Love Hina one. There's a Phantasy Star Online one, and there's a Shenmue one. It's weird because when I tried it the other day, or like when I was doing it on the stream, I tried the Shenmue one, and it still didn't load the Shenmue one. But then when I tried it after the stream, it actually loaded the correct one, like, I don't know, occasionally, but like most of the time it went to the... Like, I don't know, it's the glitchiest shit, and then you can change it and save your settings, but then it still just doesn't give you an option to not use one of the presets. So like, I don't know.
I get it. Fine. Good morning.
Hello, Seaman.
Must have food.
So yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that tool, but it's like classic weeb shit that like they probably just never tested it with any of the other things, and they just like that's your default homebrew like you're forced to listen to the audio, like the blaringly loud song and that background.
Feed me right now. Oh, yummy baity goodness.
It's just like it's classic like old school homebrew stuff. Where it's just like, yeah, this is what I like, so
So
this is a really good tool, but like, guess what? You get to experience this
good.
also. All right. They were right. Do you want to talk?
Since you work with computers, you probably own one at home, right?
Yes.
So you do own a home computer?
Yes.
You spend all day
You don't like
pounding away on computers at work, then you go home to one at night?
Don't worry, they haven't
I
gotten their
hope you
front
have
legs
some
yet.
hobbies you can turn to. Otherwise, it could be crack up city for you, my friend.
Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk? I guess they've kind of got some of their arms there, but... yeah, where you could have a non-Lavina theme. Theme, that's the word that I was trying to find. Yeah. But yeah, like, it's funny, because you can...
So, do you own a Mac or a PC?
PC.
Yeah, you and the rest of the world. So what kind of PC do you have?
Dell.
I have heard of a song, something about a farmer in a dell, but no, never mind.
But yeah,
I
like,
don't
you can
think it
save...
applies in this situation necessarily.
You can change the theme once you're into the tool, and you can save it, but it doesn't load that. And it still asks you to... You only get the choice of loading from the 3 default themes when you load it. Like, there's no option to load your saved theme or anything. Like, I don't know why. It's the weirdest shit. Do you want to talk?
Talk is overrated.
Dude, I got a Dell.
So, do you own a laptop or a desktop?
Oh, wait.
Not on the go too often, eh? I can respect
I wanted
that.
to say both.
I think laptops are quickly becoming the next cell phone in terms of
I was
how
wondering that too.
annoying they are for everyone around the user.
But also interesting that he accepted that statement as desktop. Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk? But yeah, those dude, I got a Dell commercials. Classic. Will never be out of my mind.
Let the mating begin.
Oh, here it comes. Let's get a good angle on this. Get a little bit of a side view going here.
Hey, this isn't the Spice Channel. Turn around.
Look at those faces. They're docking here. The one thing is this time he didn't say, can't let these good genes go to work. Or go to waste. And there he goes. Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk?
So what do you use your computer for?
Just programming.
So you use your computer for work?
Yes.
Well, that seems to be what the computer was originally intended for. But I hope you sneak in a few games every now and again for fun.
Yeah, they just fucked to death. One of them fucked to death, I guess. And yeah, back to the computer conversation. Eat 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 Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk?
So, would you say the computer makes your life easier or more complicated?
Easier.
I'll bet it's made your life easier. It's doing all your work for you.
Yeah, I need to. The thing is, I need to figure out a way to. Well, actually, that might be pretty easy. I just haven't figured out a way to do sound clips from Astronomabot, because thing is, I run Astronomabot on my server, not on my desktop, so I can't just directly play the audio clips from that. Well, OBS, I don't think OBS can... OBS can't directly interface to channel points. So I'd have to run it through Astronomabot to register the channel points and trigger the command. But what I could do, which would actually work, is if I wrote a program for my computer, for my desktop, that would listen for HTTP requests, and then I could just easily trigger that from Astronomabot. So yeah, that would other than figuring out how to do that, I probably could just do a Python script. I assume I can play sound effects and play sounds through Python. And yeah, actually, I might even be able to run that. I might even be able to run that in OBS as an OBS script. So yeah, maybe I actually might be able to do it through OBS, sort of. Do you want to talk? Depends, though, because the OBS Python user land is kind of restrictive.
You were saying before that you own a computer, so I'm assuming you're not unfamiliar with computers, what they do and so forth. Would you be willing to say that the computer is the #1 invention of the 20th century?
Yes.
I guess I'd have to agree with you. I mean, computers don't just hang out on your desk. They're also
I gotta
in a
have
lot
my own
of
bot
other
doing everything.
things you depend on, like cars and kitchen appliances and things like that. And yet most people are already taking them for granted. I'm glad you see their importance, though.
But yeah, no, I've just been trying to integrate everything into Astronomabot as one. Astronomabot, I actually do vastly prefer a lot of things. All right, later, Muller Duck, that I've gotten into Astronomabot. And I don't think it's hard to. I don't think it would be hard to integrate sound effects. I just have never gotten around to bothering. But having just thought about it for like a split second, it probably would be relatively easy. Do you want to talk?
Well, as you can see, I find computers pretty fascinating. They've changed everything around you so much that you probably couldn't even visualize a world without them. And of course, as with any huge technological advance, they've brought with them a lot of dangers to watch out for. But I still think the good that computers have brought to the world outweighs the evils. It's just important for you humans to communicate with each other and not become overly dependent on your machines. And that's all I have to say on the subject. Let's talk again sometime soon.
Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk? Oh, also his legs seem to have gotten a little bit beefier.
What?
Do you want to talk?
Okay, let's talk about... No, maybe tomorrow.
Okay, so he's done. Let's try wiggling this. Because, like, soon we
You
should...
want to move the rock, eh?
Excellent.
Well, if you want my help, you're going to have to answer my riddle
sank.
first. If a human types 60 words a minute for 8 hours a day, 6 days a week, what does it have after 7 months?
A sore wrist.
Very good. You're smarter than I thought, human. Okay, let's give this a shot then.
Honestly surprised that I was able to do this today. But yeah, no, there's the corpse right there. It's just, it sank. Also, I believe the term fuck buddy is more appropriate for Seaman. Why can I not... There we go.
Oh. Keep your hand on it.
But, on the other hand, now the bot has a sample of you using the term sex buddy.
Okay, good start. Let's take a break.
Sacrifice. Do you want to talk?
Just a little bit of rest, then we can try this again.
Do you want to talk?
Okay, let's talk about... No, maybe tomorrow.
Okay, so he's done talking. And now we're actually pretty close, because once this rock is moved, that'll drain the water, and then we're basically at the point where we got stuck. Or, well, not stuck, but corrupted, I suppose, is the more accurate thing. I don't even know if it's that many more days, because we did move...
My back. Maybe a little later.
We did move the rock. It's definitely 3 more moves of the rock. But you can... It's not just 1 move of the rock per day. I did manage to get him to do more than 1 at once. Or in 1 day, rather. The issue, of course, here is...
a little longer. My
is that-
limbs feel like they're going to pop off if I don't recuperate first.
I don't think he has any more dialogue. Like, he doesn't want to talk to us anymore today. Do you want to talk? So, like, we don't have anything to waste the time between.
Tomorrow. We'll talk again tomorrow.
Okay, let's just try this one more
Give
time.
me a minute here. I'm exhausted.
Okay, yeah, so we'll stop
Would you
here
like to save?
and move on to tomorrow. So what we'll do tomorrow is once we get the heat and everything up, we will move the rock, and then we'll do all the talking to him, and by the time that's done, we should be able to push it again, I think. Oh yeah, also make sure to get votes in, because at some point we'll finish this game. I don't know if it'll be today or tomorrow, but probably soon. Probably not. Well, I don't know. I have no idea, but I feel like we're close to the end. Also, yeah, Elemental Gimmick Gear is another Dreamcast game that I have booted up and just tested to make sure it works. It looks really cool. Honestly, like, it definitely seems like it has a bad translation, but it seems like a really cool game. Like, at least conceptually. The question is where it actually goes with it, but theoretically. It's apparently one of those kind of like, you must play this if you have a Dreamcast. It's like one of the games that you need to play. Okay, so back into Seaman. Also, it won't require changing the fucking system clock 100 times in a stream. Just would be kind of nice. But, all things considered, can you imagine if I had to go over and literally hit the reset button every time I wanted to do this? That would suck shit. I love being able to just do that through like a
Good morning.
keystroke here.
Welcome to the laboratory of Jean-Paul Gasset. Greetings, and welcome back. You're doing a good job. Let's see. The podfish's legs have completely developed. Did you see the podfish mate? It seems that the tubes atop their heads...
Yeah, right now I have an
use
extender
as being
on my Dreamcast cables
the
because
male
it's
podfish
relatively
died
far away.
immediately afterwards.
But yeah, if I was able to
It
just
is
have it on the
unfortunate.
table, it'd be fine. But
But he spent every last bit of energy ensuring the continuation of his species. I'm sure he has no regrets. Do you recall that when you tried to move the rock, the podfish helped you? While neither you nor Seaman can move the rock alone, working together, you were able to move it, if only slightly. At the moment, the habitat contains...
okay, that's enough, Leonard. Okay. Heat up. There's a person just down the street from me with a very loud car. And they also like to just fucking rev their engine as they drive, like, not very far down the street. So every time, like, I'm looking over, it's because this fucker is, like, driving past.
This is better. Thanks. I'm hungry.
Okay. Just get the heat up. Get the sprays going. And then we'll throw in one of these little larvae. So sinister, yeah. Yeah, and this time, on this whole replay,
I'm
we have
starving to death.
we have not had an issue with
Starving
food
to
whatsoever.
death.
Yes, I get it. You're starving to death. Do you see the food that I got you? Evidently not.
Oh, yummy baity goodness. That was tasty. All right, it's quiz time again. Tell me, how many lives does a cat get?
1.
You asked someone, didn't you? All right, I'll give you a hand.
Alright. I think what we'll do is we'll try and move the rock after every time we talk to him. Because it might not even be time-based. It might literally just be like, let's have some other interaction.
I'm going to do it, I tell you. The third time's the charm. I hope. Hey, listen up.
Do you want to talk?
What a beautiful morning. What do you say we rest up for a second, huh? I'm not used to this sort of manual labor.
Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk? God, it moves so horribly now.
Who cares?
What? Do you want to talk?
So tell me, do you use the internet?
Yes.
So you surf the net?
Yes.
Good. You have to keep up with technology or you'll never make it in this day and age.
Okay, so now we've talked once. Is it too soon?
Oi, my back. Maybe a little later.
Do you want to talk? We'll try just talking. It's probably like 5 minutes or something that I've got to wait.
So, this World Wide Web. What do you use it for?
Work.
You use it for work, eh?
Yes.
I see. But surely you must take advantage of the many entertainment opportunities the web offers. For example, I hear there is a plethora of naked human images floating around on the net. Not really my cup of tea, mind you. However, it seems to be quite popular among you bipeds.
Alright. How about now?
I'm still tired from that last push. Patience is
Yeah,
a virtue, my friend.
There's definitely different responses. Like there's a little bit of variation sometimes, but do you want to talk? Do you want to talk? Like this he did ask us about using the internet before, but the other thing is that last time I said I used it for games. This time I said for work.
What's wrong, Fuzzy? Is it the same thing as last time?
Yes.
You poor little biped. These anxieties haunt you so. It sounds like you need to come up with your own ways to cope, some sort of closure to your situation. Perhaps you should get out of the house a little. Take a stroll, maybe, to help you clear your mind.
Maybe.
I'm going to go do a couple of laps. Doctor's orders. Do you ever use email?
Yes.
So
What a
you
weird segue.
email people?
Yes.
Do you prefer to keep in touch with people through email or the telephone?
Email.
Yes, I know what you mean. Those emoticons
Right.
just can't be expressed with words.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
Smiley.
in like 2000, that would be more possible. But even then, like, geez, I was using... When did I get, like, an email account? It would have been, like, I don't know, maybe 97 or something. Not that I was sending a lot of emails, but, you know, like, there was stuff. Not used email all week. Oh, wait, yeah, let's, maybe not 90s. Nah. Definitely before 2000. Oh my god. Fucking respond to the rock.
It's quiz time again.
Good.
If you answer correctly, I'll give you a hand with the rock. Ready? If you put a blue lamp next to a yellow lamp in a room with white walls, what color will the walls be?
White.
That's right. You've tried this before, I'll take it. All right, I'll
maybe.
help you with the rock then.
Yeah, like I had like a Hotmail account back in the day. But like, I don't know when I actually started using it, but, or like, you know, using it frequently.
Just a little bit more.
I remember I definitely used my email for receiving the like daily Garfield comics. Via email. That was probably like primarily what my email was for.
Wow. Look at what we did.
First email was at university in like 96. Yeah, like
A little bit of rest, then we can try this again.
I think by 2000, like probably most people would have been using email to some extent, but like, well, I guess most like younger people or like tech-ish savvy people, but I guess there would definitely be the more Luddites of the world who would not have. Random 5-character sequence, great. Yeah, that's always weird, because, like, it definitely wouldn't have had to be a random 5-character sequence, like, and they could have had legitimate usernames, but
Wait a little longer.
no.
My limbs feel like
wanna
they're going
wait.
to pop off if I don't recuperate first.
Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk? Yeah, probably honestly that. It was just like, okay, here's the next account. Do you want to talk?
What's wrong, Fuzzy? Is it the same thing as last time?
No.
Oh, okay. What's going on then?
Seaman.
I'll try you again later.
See if tickling him helps his
Quit it. Quit
helps
it.
his
It
muscles.
hurts. Oh. Again? Come on, I need a little rest.
Alright, I mean, I could just push the day forward and then do this on the next sitting here. Or we could just wait it out a little bit. How about now?
Okay, let's try this again, shall we?
All right.
Here's my next question. If a man yells for 7 days straight, and his pitch raises an octave every 3 hours, what does he have at the end of the week?
A sore throat.
Correct. Very good. All right, I'll help you with the rock then.
All right. I think this is the last one. I think. Because we've done... This will be the third one today. And then there was one the day before, so... Oh, yeah. A lot of dogs one, yeah. I forgot about that one. I know... I remembered, like, no voice. I figured it's like, no, it's not worth fucking around, because... Well, although I guess he wouldn't get tired.
I'm going to do it, I tell you.
I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, we get our cutscene of him pushing the rock out of the way, draining the tank. So, this is
All right.
almost the point where we locked up and got corrupted. So, we're going to end the day as soon as this is done. And make a backup. Oh yeah, now we actually need to put the heat higher. Forgot about that. And yeah, so we'll make the backup. I'm hoping that the copy flag or whatever stays unset. Even when new saves have been made. I guess we'll find out here.
Would you like to save and end the session?
Copy it to my other memory card and load it from... Oh, yeah. I did that. I did that yesterday when I tested it, but yeah, you're right. I should probably do that anyway. The only reason I don't want to keep doing that is that the display on the VMU is actually very useful, and my other one does not have a display. But also, I've just been using the actual system save copying rather than that Dream Explorer tool, because the Dream Explorer tool didn't seem to actually copy the files correctly for whatever reason. Maybe that was because they were still copy protected, but I don't know. Okay, so other VMU in. Go to VMU 2. Actually, I don't know what happens when there's a dupe, so... Oh, okay, so yeah, no, I do actually have to go in and uncopy protect it first. So we gotta go in here. I'm just gonna turn the sound off from the system so that we don't have to listen to the music. Because actually, when I uploaded the video the other day, it got copyright detected for the music in there, so we are just going to... I actually can't mute it through here because I don't have it showing the individual sources. Okay, well, never mind. I'm not going to mute it. We'll see if the Shenmue one loads today, though. We'll also just change the name on the old save file that's backed up on my other thing, just so that I have that one as well. So yeah, like I'm gonna select the Shenmue one. I'm gonna hit A. We'll see if it actually loads the Shenmue one. I bet it doesn't. No. Alright, so let's go into here. We will change the name on the user data. We'll just change it up to TM, I guess, whatever. So now, oops, we're on the wrong VMU. Go to this VMU. File manager. We'll go to this user data. Allow copy. And I don't know why the copy to VMU option doesn't work in here. It seemed to corrupt the file last time on the copy destination, so we're gonna just uncopy protect the thing. Leave here. And we'll copy it through the actual system save file copying. Yeah, there is a defrag option. I don't know, but apparently it was at some point enough of an issue that they did that. I was reading like why that was there. Someone suggested doing it for a save game corrupted thing, and then it was like, oh, actually don't, because it'll like use up some space on your... I don't know if it's actually a defrag or if it's a just like detects bad sectors or something and then just kind of shunts them away. I don't know exactly what that defrag thing is doing, because it doesn't sound like it's actually just a defrag. I don't know. So yeah, we're gonna copy this over to here. Okay, file was theoretically copied. Ooh. Weird. I wonder if that's because there was like a... This clearly didn't work. I'm gonna delete this. I'm gonna delete my old Seaman backup, which feels real bad. Then I'm gonna go back over here. I'm gonna copy this data again. Continuing to torture Seaman. I think it may have just been... Yeah, I think it may have just been fucked up because there was another file that was actually the same thing despite being named differently. I don't know, though. Okay, yeah, so that copied fine now. So now we will pull out the VMU, we'll put the memory card into slot 1 and make sure that this save file works. But then we'll actually quit and go back to the VMU one because I want that to be my primary. Because it does, because it shows you when Seaman is actually responding or recognizes what you said on the screen. So it is actually useful to use the VMU. That's oh, is that why that character always shows up? I've never really looked into why it's there, but okay, if it's 255, then yeah, just straight up garbage. Yeah, just like something went horribly wrong. So this should theoretically load us up to...
Good morning. Welcome to the laboratory. Oh, well.
So disappointed in me. Yeah, Dead Beef makes it very nice and clear when something has gone wrong. Because you know it's not by accident when that's just repeating in there. Okay, perfect. So that save works. Let's reset. And we will put the VMU back in. All right. All right, so let's cross our fingers and knock on wood and do everything that we can and hope and all that we don't crash again. Especially during a fucking autosave. Like, goddamn, of all the times to crash. But, all things considered, it only took us, like...
Good morning.
3 hours to get
Welcome
caught
to the
back up to where we
laboratory,
were, like,
Jean-Paul
4.5
Vincent.
hours in.
This is your second visit today. It is good to have you back so
Oh, I didn't
soon.
move the time forward. Call it good? No. Never. Because now we have a backup, so we don't need to start over again. It's just a matter of figuring out what the fuck is wrong. Like, if it crashes again, it's probably just a bad image, and I just need to, like, re-download it. Backup's not going to break, because we're never going to be running off of this. We'll always just copy this over. Oh yeah, I think I actually...
Would you like to save and end?
I think I actually do need to set the time forward. Real speedrun stats. strats. I'm pretty sure you actually have to talk to him is the thing, though. Like, I think it actually might be necessary to progress. To some extent. I don't know if you need to talk to him, like, until he has no more dialogue options. But I think you need to talk to him sometimes. Like, you need to get to a certain point in his dialogue or through a certain number of dialogue options or something. Yeah, it could explain it. But, I mean, that being said, like I just mentioned, like, it only took us about 4 hours to get to this point. And I think we're close to the end. Because I think the frog is potentially the last evolutionary step. So, like, we're definitely close to a frog. Oops. So, like, I don't know, 5-6 hours maybe, if you... And if you actually, like, knew how much you had to talk to him, you could probably get it down to... I don't know. But yeah, most of it is honestly just listening to him talk. How horrifying is our main Seaman now? Well, he is ready to go out onto land. So we're back to the point from that clip, basically. Ready to witness the miracle of Seaman birth. Also, there's only one now because they fucked to death. Counts as a speed run. Honestly, it does feel like we've gotten through it pretty fast. He's gonna have reign over everything. Might count as world record. Oh yeah, I mean, if you knew what the actual requirements were for the evolutions, I'm sure it's not doing as much as I've been doing.
Good morning. Welcome to the laboratory.
It's almost... I'm almost certain you could go faster than this, for sure.
There is a definite pattern to your visits. It appears you are a punctual person. At the moment, the habitat contains 1 podfish. He must be grateful to have such an attentive caregiver. I'm sure he will respond to your feelings for him. Allow me to give you the highlights for today. The pregnant podfish will soon give birth. Make sure you do not miss this dramatic experience.
I don't think it matters how much you skip. Like, I think it's just literally you have to... I think it's just you have to move forward a certain amount of time. But, like, the amount of time that you wait in between didn't seem to really make a difference from what I was able to tell when I was doing 2 days at the start. Like, it seemed like it was exactly the same as when I was skipping, like, 12 hours. So... But the advantage to skipping 1 day is it's really fast to just change the 1 unit on the clock or on the date. The thing is, I think I don't know if there's a difference between 1 and 2 days. It didn't seem like it to me, so I think only advancing 1 day is probably the fastest option.
Hello. Are you...
That's
listening?
true. Might be valid for insects potentially. I don't know if that's... Yeah, because I guess I was only doing 2 days before insects were there. But even then, it doesn't seem like insects are an issue. Like, if you literally only feed him when he asks for food... Oh, right, you don't have to do air anymore.
Listen up.
Hello, Seaman.
Good morning. I hope you're enjoying your weekend.
Yeah, like, I still have half of my original food. So like, food hasn't been an issue. And there's lots of insects in here. Do you want to talk?
What's wrong,
Yeah.
puppy? Is it the same thing as last time?
No.
Oh, okay. What's going on then?
Children.
Huh. Whatever.
Yeah, like, it'd be interesting to know what all the actual Because there's got to be clear progression rules, like what it takes to actually progress. It's just not clear what that is, and I don't know. Someone's got to have figured this out. I'd be amazed if no one had figured this out. The thing is, I don't know, like, what would you even randomize in this game? I don't think you could randomize anything. The most you could do is, like, randomize the voice, like, the talk things. Like, the just conversations. That's the word. It's like dialogues? No, that's not the right word. But yeah, like this. I figure someone must out there, even if it's like some random Japanese person. Like, I find a lot of the time you find like, oh yeah, this information has been out there in the wild since like for like 15 years, but it's only ever been on like Japanese forums and stuff. So like, no one in North America knows about it. Temperature and air and stuff, I don't think it matters as long as it is within the blue range. That's what I have been able to tell. Like, because like with the egg at the very start, it doesn't start hatching until your heat is up. Like you can see it change as soon as it goes blue. So like, I think a lot of these things that there's like timers that start once you are in the acceptable range. I don't know if they pause if you fall out of the range. That's another question, or restart. But yeah, like it'd be interesting to see what all the progression conditions are. That information's got to be out there somewhere, but it'd probably also be maybe not impossible to figure out. Honestly, it feels like I did things pretty optimized on this playthrough. Like, it went pretty fast. The real question would be, how many times do you actually have to talk to him? That's probably the biggest deal killer. Deal breaker. Speed. Run killer. Run killer. Deal breaker. When to turn off the heater. I mean, that's the thing, is like, there's also a lot of timers, definitely, like things that are just based on time, or like discussion, like conversations with him, and you can increase the things during those. So, like, I think speedrun strats would be to get both up to blue. But yeah, I guess yeah, your point is you could stop doing the heat before it is in the blue. But yeah, you just need to know, like, yeah, where to stop on that, and then go to air. Just get them both up to minimum, and then you can crank them up after that. But yeah, the only annoying thing is that this would probably be such a boring speedrun. Because it doesn't seem like the dialogue changes much. It seems like there's maybe a couple different responses. So you'd be listening to a lot of the same stuff over and over again. And there's a lot of waiting. Alright. Do you want to talk? I thought I tried this, but I forgot to actually talk any further.
Now, here's something that you might be interested in as an internet user. Do you think the internet should be censored?
No.
So you don't think the internet should be censored, is that right?
Yes.
A friend of free speech, eh? I guess you don't want anyone telling you how to use the internet.
Do you want to talk?
I have nothing to say.
Okay, then get out of the fucking water then. Yeah, I think he said something pervy. So yeah, like there's definitely different dialogue options that he can respond with. even to the same responses. So then the question is how much can you manipulate the RNG on that? Or is it, you know what, I bet I wouldn't put it past them to generate, like, seed the RNG off of the actual audio input it receives, because that'd be a pretty good RNG source, because it's almost never going to be the same. It'd be very impressive if you could consistently make it the same. Or it could just be time-based. Get out of the fucking water. Do you want to talk? Oh, I think I remember him making that grumbling noise before he got out of the water last time.
So,
Yeah.
as I was saying before,
Ambient noise is a good
there are
source.
a lot of really amazing things about the internet.
Or ambient,
but as
like,
with everything
electromagnetic
else, it's
stuff.
not completely perfect. Think of it this way. You can do almost anything on the internet. Work, shop, chat, get the news, play games, listen to music, and pretty much anything else you want to do. That's all terrific, but pretty soon people won't even need to leave their homes in order to conduct their daily business. You humans are going to get lazier and less mobile, and forget how to deal with each other face to face. I think things could get pretty ugly a few decades down the road. Do you think the internet is dangerous?
Yes.
Well, I think it's good that you're exercising a
only
little
two?
caution about your internet use. Fire is a wonderful thing, but I wouldn't want to sit on a sofa made out of it. A place for everything and everything in its place. Isn't that how the saying goes? Well, I don't know about you, but I've enjoyed this little chat about the internet. It can be a wonderful thing. For the first time ever, people can finally communicate with each other and not have race, gender, or culture prejudices get in the way. So in that sense, it can be a great tool for removing biases and bringing people together. After all, on the internet, nobody has to know I'm a Seaman. On the other hand, like I said, it can be very dangerous because it removes the need to interact directly with the outside world, especially with other people. It's up to all of you humans to decide how to use the internet intelligently so that it won't harm you.
The interesting thing that I get out of this, and it's maybe just weird, but so he said, after all, no one on the internet has to know that I'm a Seaman. Which is like kind of like an adaptation of on the internet no one knows you're a dog. How long has that phrase been around? Like because I would have put that up to like more recent meme-ish kind of things, but like clearly that phrase is long before, you know, image macros have been a thing, if it's basically referenced here. Unless this is the origin? Okay, began as a caption to a cartoon. I see, from 93. Okay. Okay, well, there we go. Yeah, so it's older, but not a whole lot older.
This is going to be a big one.
Yeah. That is pretty old, all things considered. All things considered. Do you want to talk? Or do you want to get out of the fucking water?
Well, I could go on and on and on, so I'd better stop right now. It's been a pleasure.
Okay.
Wow, I'm even better looking on land.
Yeah, here we go. Tell him to give birth. Yeah, no, I think I just needed to talk to him one more time and let him say goodbye, basically. He's going for it. The question is, will it be faster this time? Like, I almost wonder if the reason that it seemed to go on fucking forever last time was maybe because there was a read error that was causing some sort of issue. Because we waited like 10 minutes last time. So it's 9:25 right now. Oh. Okay. He's in position. Because, yeah, like, up to 5 minutes, I wouldn't put it past this game. This game loves 5 minutes. But, like, 10 minutes seems too long. But that autosave that crashed the game almost... This is... He never went into this animation last time. Okay. And yeah, he's shitting those out his dick shitter. The miracle of Seaman birth.
Well, I think it's time for me to leave you. Goodbye, friend.
And yeah, he's dead. Okay, can't move those. Once a bunch of snakes will eat them as they head back to the sea. Yep. You can see like little tadpoles in there. Omni-anus. Oh yeah, temperature's yeah, in range, but yeah, good point. I should make sure that it stays in range. Question is, will these hatch right now? Or do I just need to save and quit, do you think? And move on to the next day. Yeah, they're like spinning in there. That's kind of what I'm thinking. But the other thing is, like, when we initially put the egg in the water at the very start of the game, we just had to wait like 5 minutes. Ask if they want to talk. To play this game is to lose. Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk? No. No one wants to talk. I'm gonna give it a little bit of time here. You know what, though? Like, there's literally nothing to do. Other than wait. Dying at every stage, yeah. Yeah, there's always, like, some... Well, although, up to this point, the death has been reducing the numbers, but this time, the death increased the numbers. We went from 1 to 6. Yeah, okay, let's,
Would you like to save and end the session?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. The thing is that these eggs look different from the initial eggs, so I don't think we're gonna get the mushroomers out of this. Also, I'm going to back up the save again, just in case. But then we're not going to worry about it until the end of the stream. Just since we got past the point that locked us up before. That's also true. Yeah, these are eggs that are on land, and I wasn't able to move them. Okay, so we're going to go in here. Also, just out of curiosity, going to try hitting start to select a preset rather than rather than hitting A. Like, it's select the default theme. Okay, start doesn't work. B doesn't work. Yeah, no, literally only A works. But still. Alright, so we're gonna go here. We've got to uncopy protect our file, the user data, allow copy. Alright, and then we can just exit, because that's all we need to do here. Oh, wait, I wonder if it's because I wonder if it's because I'm saving the settings. That's probably what it is. Regardless, it seems weird that it gives you the option to select a default and then goes to that. I don't know. I don't understand. Alright, so let's exit to the system menu. We got to delete the save off of our backup before we copy. Then we go over here, copy this over to our backup. We won't test the backup this time. As long as it shows up here fine, which I will double check, I'm going to assume that it's fine. Yeah, okay. So we're good on that front. So I think it's safe to assume that that works. So we'll pop out the memory card, pop in the microphone again, change our date forward a day. And let's see if the eggs hatch. This game has been... Honestly, it's not so bad. It's just frustrating that the save file got corrupted. That's been the only thing that has sullied my opinions of this game. And I don't even know... Like, that might have been a game bug. It might have been... Because in fact, it might just be a... yeah, for the... Like, I'm almost wondering, because it took like 10 minutes to get to the point where the game crashed. I think it might have just a timer-based autosave every like 10-ish minutes. There's definitely autosaves after conversations and stuff, but
Welcome to the laboratory of
I wonder if it
Long
crashed
Essay.
because it was trying to autosave during a cutscene
Greetings, and
or
welcome
like an
back.
animation.
You're doing a good job. Let's see. The podfish emerged onto dry land to lay eggs. However, it expired immediately afterwards. Take good care of the hatchlings, as an important life was sacrificed to create them. Allow me to divulge today's highlights. It is about time for the eggs to hatch. Pay close attention to what emerges. So let us head over to the tank.
All right, let's go. We have managed to progress past the point where we crashed, so that's excellent news. And we've got backups. Having backups is something I'm going to have to make sure to do for every fucking Dreamcast game now, aren't I? Probably some abomination, yeah. So yeah, I can't move these eggs. Let's get the heat up. gonna just let that go. Ooh, I left this to dry out quite a bit. I'm not sure that I topped it up last time I was here. Because I was too focused on the miracle of life. Alright. Oh, okay, that didn't coast as far as I was expecting it to, honestly. I wonder if it continues to coast while you're in the other screen. Because it almost seems like it... Well, I guess it went up almost 2 degrees past where I stopped. Because I think I stopped, like, as it crossed into the 20s here. Alright, so that's looking pretty good. I don't think I need to push it too far there. Right, so yeah, it's not like there's anything else we can do here, so we will literally just sit here staring at these eggs. In the meantime, but yeah, I guess long ago we were discussing whether there were other games that used the microphone on Dreamcast, or that required the microphone. Dreamcast, microphone, games. One thing I want is a keyboard for my Dreamcast, or a keyboard adapter. Oh, I mean, I think you can actually use the microphone for Phantasy Star Online for actual voice chat, for one. Let's see here. Compatibility. Alien Front Online, Battle Beaster. There's apparently a Christmas Seaman game, which I think, if I'm remembering correctly, was basically the same as this, except he just has a Santa hat. Death Crimson 2, Dream Passport 3, Dream Passport Premiere, Dream Key version 2. Oh, did it not? Okay. Well, let's see here. Heisei Mahjong Su, which I guess is a Mahjong game. Jamong, which I assume is also a Mahjong game. Kitaritsu's Boys Gangagon. Marionette Handler 2. Mr. Driller, which I had mentioned. Otoi Ray Dreamcast Sequencer. Planet Ring. Sakura Momoko. Gekiju Koji Koji. Seaman and Seaman Kinden no Pet 2001. And then Taiyuban. Also Propeller Arena, which was cancelled. Would have been compatible also, apparently. Propeller Arena, which was a airplane combat game, which apparently you, at least in one level, were required to crash into a building, and was intended to release shortly before 9/11, and so it was canceled. And I know there's builds of it out there that are complete. Like, the game was done. They just never released it because it was like, oh shit, we can't release this now at all, ever. This is like 100% cancel material. Let's see what they say about Propeller Arena on here. Oh shit. They just went real fucking suddenly there. And yeah, they're little tadpoles.
Hey, listen up.
It's possible to fly around and crash planes in a city based on New York, yeah. Hello.
What's for breakfast this morning?
Morning.
Wow.
Are you
It seems like just yesterday I was making fun of your summer outfits, and now I'm ready to start making fun of your fall ones.
Are you hungry?
No, leave me alone.
Okay. Yeah, they mentioned that in the instruction manual, I think, that these things maintain their memory through generations. I would assume they would all have the same memories. At least, you know, like in a branching tree kind of way. Like, they would all share the memories of the previous Seaman, but obviously they could develop separate memories after that, if any more than one survived. Hello.
Hey,
Do you want to talk?
talk is overrated.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he remembered that Jean-Paul Gasset had the insect container. Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk?
I'm not your trained monkey, all right?
You could be, though.
Drop me. Now! Stop it!
Or the gill man, you mean. Rather, not the gill fish. Do you want to... Oops. Do you want to talk?
I was wondering, how is your health these days?
I'm healthy.
Jeez, did you just fart? I'm out of here.
What? What? Do you want to talk?
Well, that's quite a compliment.
What?
Come on, stay with me here. I said, I was wondering, how is your health these days?
Fine.
You feel all right, do you?
Yes.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. You know how I worry.
I don't even think that's the same one that was talking to me originally. Because he fucked a fish way back. Well, they mentioned in the manual that, was it in the manual? Was that where it was? I think it was in the manual. Hold on, let me see if I can find it here. The explanation, or you know, the whatever. What the fuck was it? The fuck? Where was that? Was it in the history of Seaman? I mean, they said that, yeah, when he discovered references to a creature dubbed the omnipotent messenger of the gods among ruins of 3rd dynasty of Egypt. There was something about... Where the fuck was that? Because I thought it was in here. Oh, wait, I don't know. This is a printout of the instruction manual. In English. It's just... I don't have an actual... Like, I have a Japanese copy of the instruction manual, but not an English one. Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk? I just printed out all my research material. I wonder if there's anything else I can do here at this point, honestly. Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk?
Hey, what's up?
What's up? Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk?
Yes?
Do you want to talk?
What's wrong, Fuzzy? Is it the same thing as last time?
Yes.
You poor little biped. These anxieties haunt you so. It sounds like you need to come up with your own ways to cope, some sort of closure to your situation.
I feel like I might be done on
Perhaps
this
you should get out of the
day.
house a little. Take a stroll, maybe, to help you clear your mind.
Yes.
Is it your work?
What? Yes.
What's happening at the job?
Busy.
I see. You know, it doesn't hurt to ask for more, does it? I think that's the least you can do for yourself. Or go find something more lucrative. Either one.
Okay, so yeah, we're gonna just make sure our temperatures are up. Make sure the bug thing is fully sprayed. I think there is an actual end. Just kind of like a... I think there's an end. That's my understanding. But, like, this is different than what we started with, right? So, like, this is still progression. This isn't, like, a restart of...
Would you like to save and end?
Of where we were before, so... So yeah, given that these are like tadpoles, I'm assuming they will grow legs and come out of the water at some point. Alright, let's get out of the system menu. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think the frog form is the final form. That's my assumption. So, like, given that we've got tadpoles, it seems to me like we're probably pretty close. Also, based on the, the how long to beat time, I think it was like 9 or 10 hours that I had on there. And I think even on my spreadsheet that I put the time into, I'm pretty sure I put a question mark there, and I think the reason that there's the question mark is because there were only 2 entries, or there may have only even been 1 entry when I started. I don't know, but I think it was because there was very little data on how long to beat. But like
Good
based
morning.
on like a 10-ish
Welcome
hours,
to the laboratory of Jean-Paul
maybe.
Gasset. There is a definite pattern to your visits. It appears you are a punctual person. Let's see. The eggs have hatched, and new creatures emerged. Due to their appearance, we will call them Chadmen.
Makes sense.
At the moment, the habitat contains 6 Chadmen. They are suffering from the cold. Please use the heater to raise the temperature to a more comfortable level. So let us head over to the tank.
All right. Let's crank up the heat. Interesting that I don't see them in the water. Are they out of the water already?
Oh, goody.
Or are they just really small? Oh, okay. They're just all in the corner. Weird.
It's about time. Yay! Oh, good, I'm feeling a little warmer.
Okay, so once that's up to heat, spritz the bugs, even though they don't seem to be
Hello? Are you listening?
Hello, Seaman.
Morning.
Do you want to talk?
What's wrong, Fuzzy?
I don't give a shit about that. Spray this up. I don't know why he says that sometimes. Like, I don't know if he's mishearing me saying something else, like, or if that's just a random response. Because he like goes into a little conversation, like a specific conversation sometimes when he clearly hears something. Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk?
So, you feel pretty good, huh? Well, that's great, but being the Pisces that you are, I'll bet you probably take your health for granted sometimes. Is that true?
Yes.
Uh-huh, I thought so. As long as I've been around, you soft little creatures, you never seem to know how good you have it.
None of them look to be a different color. Maybe I should say, I will give you a name. I will give you a name.
Okay, I'm going to let you give me a name.
Yeah.
When you've decided what you want to call me, say, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
All right then. Here's how to do it. You're going to say my new name 3 times. Each time I say now, say the name once. Got it? Now.
Bill.
One more time.
Bill.
One more time.
Bill.
Okay, I'll remember that. Next time you want to call me using that name. And don't forget the name you gave me. 'Cause if
Bill.
you do,
Bill.
I'm
Bill.
not going
Bill.
to tell you
Bill
what it
Nye,
is.
the Tadfish guy.
Well, I think that pretty much covers it.
Or the Tadpole guy.
Later.
Is he actually a different color? I guess he is. He's a little more yellow. They're all pretty brown, so. Honestly, he doesn't look that different. Is that Bill? No, this is Bill. Bill! Bill!
This better be important.
Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk?
So, as I was saying before, you humans haven't
Amy.
always had it so easy. Picture this. Ancient Egypt 5,000 years ago. There's no heat, no cold medicine, nothing. It's just you against the elements. Imagine if you had gotten sick then. Hey, are you listening to me?
Yes.
Oh, good. You might actually learn something then.
So you gonna continue, or do you want to talk? Yeah, he's got like
Anyway, where
ear
was I?
patches.
Oh yes, I was berating your species for taking your modern amenities for granted. For example, it's fall right now, but I don't see you bringing in the harvest. No, you're sitting here talking to me.
I've brought in my harvest. I had 15 gallons of harvest. Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk? Plus all the tomatoes and everything.
Tell me something. Have you ever seen the Egyptian pyramids? And not just on PBS, I mean with your own eyes.
No.
I didn't think so. God forbid you should go somewhere farther away than the Starbucks on the corner.
Always.
Anyway, can you imagine how much time and work it must have taken to build those pyramids? I mean, there's no way that even a whole group of you little humans could have lifted one of those rocks with your bare hands. They had to invent levers and axles and who knows what else. Now that's evolution.
Starbucks is more impressive than the pyramids. Do you want to talk? 2,000 Starbucks even.
Hopefully not me. Here's another question for you. Do you wear glasses? Well, actually it doesn't matter. My point is this. If you'd had bad eyes when you and your ancestors were still running around in the wild, you'd have become some lion's midnight snack pretty darn quick. And yet, right now, one of the most powerful people in the world is that four-eyed guy in Seattle. You know who I mean. How far do you think he would have gotten in a fight with a lion? See? You humans are totally helpless without your tools.
These are baby Seamen. These are Tad men even. We watched them. We watched their eggs get laid. Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk?
Are you keeping up with
We even
me,
watched
Fuzzy?
them fuck.
Can I go on?
Yes.
Okay, good. You might want to pull up a chair because this might take a while. What? It gets lonely in here. I have to talk to someone. Anyway, as I was saying, at some point, about 5,000 or 6,000 years ago, humans finally came up with the greatest tool of all. You know what that was?
Computers.
Hey, let's see if your peanut-sized brain can concentrate on something other than sex for a minute, okay?
What?
The greatest tool of all is language. Without it, you wouldn't be talking to me right now.
It must have heard penis.
I'm not even going to ask if you're grateful. Anywho, sooner or later, this guy named
Or cum.
Pythagoras came along. You know who he was, right?
Yes.
Well, good. I can see this conversation isn't a complete waste. So, this Pythagoras fellow came up with another important tool, and that's logic. So, after you have language and logic, you have mathematics and technology and industry and everything else, and that's how you've gotten to where you are today. With your glasses and your cold medicine and farming machinery and cars and TV sets and Dreamcasts and rock and roll music and... Okay, so it's a little more complicated than that. But the point is, humans started out pretty helpless and created all these things to make their lives easier. Just like Whirlpool. And that's great. Whoopee for you. Just be careful not to get too dependent on all your little crutches. Well, I hope I haven't bored you to death. If
Kids
I
these
have,
days.
go take a nap or something. We'll talk again soon.
Okay, that sounds like he's telling me he's done for the day, but do you want to talk? Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk?
Not much.
Alright. Do you want to talk?
I don't know.
I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to Bill. Do you want to talk? I don't think he wants to talk.
What's wrong, Fuzzy? Is it the
Fuck you.
same thing as last time?
Fuck you.
Oh well. We'll try again later.
Alright, so yeah, I think we're done for this session, so we'll move it on to a new day. Just get the heat cranked up a little bit.
Would you like to save and...
And I'm suspecting they'll start growing some legs tomorrow. And start crawling out of the water. Okay. Change our time. So yeah, it seems like we're taking like 15-ish minutes per day here, so to speak. Which isn't too bad. Means we get like 12 days, 10 to 12 days in a session, depending on how long every given day is. Maybe more than that even, because some days might be shorter. Playing this game at its like expected pace in real time would be a fucking long ass game. Like, cause we're at the 14th of October now. I think we started yesterday, so the 24th. So, or restarted yesterday, so 24th. So that's what, 6. It's like 20 days now.
Welcome to the laboratory of
Almost 3
Jean-Paul
weeks.
Gasset. There is a definite pattern to your visits. It appears you are a punctual person. At the moment, the habitat contains 6 cadmen. They are suffering from the cold. Please use the heater to raise the temperature to a more comfortable level. So let us head over to the tank.
Okay. No comments here about things for the day or anything, so that's somewhat interesting.
Could you put the heater on for me? How about turning up the heat?
Yeah, just a slight breathing. How advanced those Seamen would be.
Oh, goody.
Yeah, they'd almost be this far.
It's about time. Yay!
Alright. Let's go over here and spritz. They haven't asked for food in Tadman form yet, which is interesting. Okay, that's good enough. Yeah, it's weird. When you're fully zoomed out, you can't even see the Tadmen. They're too small to even be rendered.
Hey!
Hello.
Good morning.
Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk? Just little specks. I think those specks are these same little white specks that we see
No,
here.
I'm all talked out for today.
Feels good to play with my Seaman, to be honest. If I'm being real. Do you want to talk?
What's wrong, Fuzzy? Is it the same thing as last time?
Yes.
You poor little biped. These anxieties haunt you so. It sounds like you need to come up with your own ways to cope, some sort of closure to your situation. Perhaps you should get out of the house a little. Take a stroll, maybe, to help you clear your mind.
Take a walk.
I'm going to go do a couple of laps. Doctor's orders.
Do you want to talk?
What's wrong, Fuzzy?
Ugh.
Is it the same thing as last? Put me down!
Yeah, shut the fuck up. We just drop you from the top of this tank. Fucked himself to death, yeah. Do you want to talk?
What's wrong, Fuzzy?
Oh my god.
Drop.
That response is the worst. Hello, Seaman.
Look who's talking. They should call you Vanilla.
Shit.
No problem.
Is it no problem? They're just kind of doing little jumps out of the water, just breaching the surface. Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk?
No, I'm done for today.
It's done for today. He hasn't said anything today, though. Do you want to talk?
What's wrong, Fuzzy?
I don't understand. Like, we didn't get to do anything today. Is this literally just like a waiting day that we just kind of have to not do anything? I'm pretty sure I changed the date. And he didn't say it was my second visit of the day or anything, so... Like, I don't know. It seems like I didn't change the date, though, yeah.
Would
I don't
you
know.
like to say
Whatever. Let's just end. It's possible there's just nothing happening today. Like, they have to grow from being tadpoles to being, like, more than tadpoles. Oh. Being freaked out by the breathing frogman sign to listen to him. Yeah, he basically didn't say anything. It's just like, you're doing good. There are 6 tadmen in the tank. In your habitat. Okay, definitely move the date forward. Alright, back into Seaman. We'll hear what Leonard's got to say today, see if he's got any exciting news for us.
Good morning. Welcome to the laboratory of Jean-Paul Gasset. Greetings, and welcome back. You're doing a good job. At the moment, the habitat contains 6 cadmen. They are suffering from the cold. Please use the heater to raise the temperature to a more comfortable level. So let us head over to the tank.
Nothing again. Alright, get the temperature up.
See that gray square thing in the back corner? That's a...
Oh, I see.
Oh, good. I'm feeling a little warmer.
He shut up because I actually was increasing the heat at that moment. Oh, they're looking a lot bigger now. Because I could actually see them. Well, maybe not. Maybe they're the same size. Cook them. Yeah, I assume at some point they instantly die. Oh, and he's a very obviously different color now.
Hey!
How's it going?
Good morning. Do you know what day it is today? Jean-Paul Gasset's birthday. If you don't know who he is, I'm certainly not going to tell you. Morning. Wow. It seems like just yesterday I was making fun of your summer outfits, and now I'm ready to start making fun of your... I feel faint.
Oh, okay. So they're starting to eat each other. Good. It's a good sign. I like the twitching on the one that's getting its blood sucked. I like that he got killed, like, while he was talking. It was a Tuesday. For them, it was the most important day of their lives. For me, it was just a Tuesday. Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk?
Do you own another game system besides your Sega Dreamcast?
Yes.
You own more than one game system?
Yes.
Wow. I hope you still find time to go outside. Or better yet, feed and bathe yourself.
No, mostly not. Do you want to talk? We're gonna talk
What's
about
another game system you own?
Philips CDI.
Let's try again, Mushmouth. What's one other game system that you own?
CDI.
Listen, I'll climb out of this tank and kick your ass, so help me.
How does Seaman not know about the CDI? Come on. No respect. Oh, I can actually tickle him now.
I'm gonna pee if you don't stop.
Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk?
Once more with feeling. I said, what's another game system you own?
Alright, fine. Nintendo.
Ah, yes, they have been around for a long time, haven't they?
Since you don't recognize Philips, do you want to talk?
What's wrong, Fuzzy? Is it the same thing as last time?
No.
Oh, okay. What's going on then?
You don't listen to me.
Maybe you should think this over. I'll be seeing you.
Do you want to talk?
Can I help you?
I see little legs, I think. Like, really little legs. I can't even get the angle on them to see them now. Or maybe I was just imagining that. I could swear I saw tiny little legs at the back there.
Hey, I
Oh, no,
hope
they're
you're
there.
planning on putting that back.
Oh. Someone else is getting sucked off. There it is. Alright, so that's another one down. So last time they cut in half, like, we had 4 and we lost 2. So does that mean we're going to lose 3 this time? Or maybe more than that? Do you want to talk?
gamers if you care. Do you like your Sega Dreamcast?
Yes.
Well, that's
Oh, his
good
legs
to
are...
know because I've been authorized to award you a check for $10,000 for saying that. My ass.
Legs are much larger now. I'm not even emulating it, though, is the thing. Do you want to talk? It'd be interesting if he did have a response for that, though.
What next-generation game consoles are you looking forward to?
Nintendo GameCube.
Well, I hope it lives up to its name. The dolphin is a very intelligent creature. I prefer talking to them than to humans.
Oh, shit.
Present company excluded, of course.
Oh, shit. That was a really good response. That was a deep cut. Well, not that deep a cut, but like... fucking, like a Dreamcast game acknowledging the code name of a competing console, which was the dolphin. Face a Seaman creature, yeah, modeled after Ute Saito. Do you want to talk?
I don't want to.
I'm impressed that there was actually a response. I was also trying to think,
So
like,
what
wait,
games do you like?
what was the
Sports,
next?
Shooters? What?
Simulations.
You like simulation games, eh?
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
there's a real world out there too. Or at least, so I hear. Tell me, do you spend a lot of time playing simulation games?
Yes.
Well, just be careful you don't get too confused about what's real and what's not.
So they had the... That's interesting that it was removed for privacy concerns, because I mean, like, you know, MGS did that, and that was before this. I think there were other games... Well, actually, MGS might have been the only other game that really did that. And even that was only other Konami games. So... But yeah, like, so this came out in 2000. Yeah, I wonder if they would have known. Probably not of the Xbox. Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk?
Talk is overrated.
Do you want to talk? But yeah, his legs have grown a lot. They're almost growing like every time I answer a question, I think.
So what would you say is your favorite game so far for the Sega Dreamcast?
Seaman.
No need to butter me up. I'm not your rich uncle, you know.
More negative than the US version. Shits on you a bit more. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me as a thing that they would have changed for a North American release. Do you want to talk?
What's wrong, Fuzzy? Is it the same?
Sploosh. Do you want to talk? Bill. Bill.
What can I do for you?
Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk?
Yes.
Do you want to talk?
There's nothing I want to talk about right now.
Okay. I bet one more Tad Man needs to get sucked off here before feeling the joys of parenthood. Yep. Just 30% loss rate at this point. Not bad. Look at those legs. Look at him go. I want to see this man out on land. Do you want to talk? I think he's done for the day, but...
You know, some people
Maybe
say
not.
that like most video game characters, I'm not real and that I don't exist. Can you believe this? It's a bit of a shock to say the least. I mean, if I don't exist, then what am I? Am I just some imaginary creature? I mean, do you think I exist?
Yes.
Well, at least you believe in me. Which is good, because I believe in you too. But I want you to know that I exist beyond the realms of an imaginary creature. I am real. You probably can't imagine the feeling. The shock of being told you don't exist. It destroys everything you hold dear. Your reality becomes shattered. But why don't I exist? I'm living, I'm breathing, and I'm thinking with my heart and soul. I tell you, I exist just as much as you do. Please, I need some time alone to think about this. I'll talk to you later.
This game is so weird. Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk? I assume he's done.
You remember our last
maybe not.
conversation? You know, the one where we talked about yours truly maybe not existing. Well, I've been thinking about that ever since, and I came to the conclusion
Like
that I do
second
really
since.
exist. I am real. Here, allow me to illustrate. Okay, you've heard of John F. Kennedy, haven't you?
No.
You haven't? You don't know who JFK is? Come on, give me a break. The 35th President of the United States? All-American hero? All that stuff with Marilyn Monroe? Come on. All right. Then do you believe that John F. Kennedy existed?
No.
Okay. How about the Beatles then? Do you think they existed?
No.
All right. Well, you must not know a lot about politics or music. You probably say they don't exist because you've never met them or talked to them. But here you are talking to me, so can you honestly say I don't exist? I'm part of your world in a way that those guys are not, so therefore I exist.
Going deep here. I was trying to check to see if he had front legs yet, but he doesn't seem to. Just got the big back legs. Do you want to talk?
Do you mind if I flex your brain for a little bit? Let me tell you about my theory. Okay, here goes. You can't accurately measure water's temperature because the thermometer will affect the temperature of the water. You know how when you stick a thermometer in your mouth it feels cold? That means that just by trying to measure your temperature, you're lowering the temperature inside your mouth. Do you know what that means? If measuring something changes reality, then there is no reality independent of observation. Nothing's real until someone measures it, observes it, sees it, hears it, or whatever. People, places, and things exist only because you perceive them. So, when you see me and listen to me, I exist as a part of your consciousness. I become real. And because I can see you and hear you and, smell you, you exist as part of my consciousness. And as I have a very limited attention span, once I forget about you, you will no longer exist. See ya.
Yeah. Sir, you are a fish man. Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk?
Well,
Also-
I could go on and on
Also, he's
and
just
on,
talking, like,
so
over this
I'd
other
better
corpse.
stop right now. It's been a pleasure. No, not today. Maybe tomorrow.
Okay, I think he is done for today. Do you want to talk? Just check one more time. Sometimes that's...
What's wrong, Fuzzy?
Yeah, okay, shut the fuck up. Oh, although actually I do kind of want to look at him.
Hey, do I grab you? Hey, do I grab you? Let me go, you jerk.
Okay. Yeah, time to stop this. Let's get our heat up just a little bit. I think he'll be out of the water tomorrow. Just make sure that this is spritzed up. I mean, you don't want any of it surviving. Gotta be 100% sure. You might want to just burn it. All right.
Would you like to...
Ugh. Cooking and eating them. I mean, they're growing legs now. Maybe you could just chop those off and eat those. $4.20 eat semen every day. Alright, we're back to 8 a.m. on October 16th. I imagine we're gonna beat the game before artificial Halloween, yeah. Although, yeah, I wonder if he has any date-specific things. I mean, he mentioned Jean-Paul Gasset's birthday. Of course, who knows if that's actually tied to a day here, but...
Good morning. Welcome to the laboratory of Jean-Paul Gasset.
It's possible, yeah.
It seems that visiting around this time has become a habit for you. Let's see. Last time, the Tad men have developed hands.
Hands?
Did you see the Tad men sucking each other's blood?
Yes.
It is a terrible battle for survival, but it's a necessary part of their development. Nature can be cruel. At the moment, the habitat
I didn't see
contains
hands. I only saw
4
feet.
Tad men. They are suffering from the cold. Please use the heater to raise the temperature to a more comfortable level. So let us head over to the tank.
But if they've developed hands, then I mean... they're very close to being able to get out of the water.
It's about time. I thought I was a frozen seaman for sure.
They don't have hands. They don't have hands. They just have feet.
Hello? Are you listening?
Hello, Seaman.
Hello? The weekend is just around the corner, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Oh, you're right. That one does have hands. That's weird. Interesting. Yeah, one of them has hands. And it's not Bill. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel so dizzy.
Oh, yeah, Bill's getting sucked off right now. Bye, Bill. But two of them, well, I guess two died. It might have been the same one that killed both times. Because only one of them has hands. I will give you a name.
Okay, I'm going to let you give me a name.
I don't want to give you a
When
name.
you've decided what you want to call me, say, I'm ready.
Not you.
Huh. Whatever.
I will give you a name.
Okay, I'm going
No,
to let
fuck
you
you.
give me a name. When get your
Yeah, I guess you can. It's interesting, though, because it seems like there is always, at any given time, there is one Seaman who has priority for like, talking. I will give you a name.
Thank you. Lately, I've been thinking about the preoccupations you humans, especially Americans, have with media. It
Not
seems
American.
as if the subjects most of you like to talk about are not politics or philosophy, but rather movies and television. I'd like to know more about what your interests are in these areas. So, first off, since you are in fact human, I'm assuming you like to watch movies. Tell me, do you prefer renting them or going to the cinema?
Renting.
Huh. Whatever.
What? I think he took offense and didn't hear renting. Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk? Oh, he does have tiny arms as well. Interesting.
Perhaps you didn't understand the question. I said, lately I've been thinking about the preoccupations you humans, especially Americans, have with media. It seems as if the subjects most of you like to talk about are not politics or philosophy, but rather movies and television. I'd like to know more about what your interests are in these areas. So, first off, since you are in fact human, I'm assuming you like to watch movies. Tell me, do you prefer renting them or going to the cinema?
Renting them.
So you don't like to deal with the crowds or the high price of movie tickets? Well, I don't blame you. At least when you watch a movie at home, you can put it on pause when you have to use the bathroom. And you don't have to worry about sitting behind a really tall man either. Unless, of course, your living room furniture is oddly arranged. Now tell me, when you rent movies, do you usually watch them on a DVD player or a VCR?
DVD.
Aha. I knew a technically minded person like you would be up on all the latest gadgets.
Yes, the latest. You can see his arms are actually getting bigger. And oh yeah, this guy, hold on. Do they all have arms now? Okay, no, that guy... Well, he has the small arms, but big arms is still over here. Yeah, gotta stay close to the ground. I will give you a name. Is it you? Are you actually paying attention this time?
Okay, I'm going to let you give me a name. When you've decided what you want to call me, say, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
All right then. Here's how to do it. You're going to say my new name 3 times. Each time I say now, say the name once. Got it? Now.
Bill.
One more time.
Bill.
One more time.
Bill.
Okay, I'll remember that.
Bill
Next
Nye
time you want
the
to call me
Frogman
using that
guy.
name. And don't forget the name you gave me. 'Cause if you do, I'm not going to tell you what it is. Well, I think that pretty much covers it.
Oh, right,
Later.
that's old Bill. I forgot that he died in this session. Like, why is there a corpse over here? Did another one get killed? It's only a matter of time. Someone's getting killed soon. Ooh, I thought he was going for it. Do you want to talk? 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 Are you fucking kidding me? Do you want to talk? 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 Hello, Seaman. Bill? Why is it just not...
Are you crazy? Put me down. Stop it.
Look
Let
how
me go.
big
Let
he
me
is.
Go.
Sploosh. Never eat anything you could have a conversation with. Why? Yeah, why is he being a little shithead? Let me tickle him.
I love a good belly laugh. Hey, go tickle yourself. I'm busy. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk? There we go.
I'm fascinated that not only are there so many movie lovers, but there are so many completely different types of movies. Which type do you like? Horror films? Westerns? What?
Action.
Okay, let's try this again, shall we? What type of movies do you like?
Action movies.
Hold on. There's something in my eye.
Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk? Like, I'm surprised it didn't accept action movies or action.
What's up?
Do you want to
Let's
talk?
try this again.
Okay, yeah.
I said, I'm fascinated that not only
say
are there
horror,
so
'cause that
many
was
movie lovers,
an
but
option
there
he
are
gave.
so many completely different types of movies. Which type do you like? Horror films? Westerns? What?
Horror.
You like far-out worlds and concepts, huh?
Yes.
So, don't you think we ought to get to know each other a little better first?
There's the other one getting killed. But his conversation clearly got interrupted by the other one getting killed. Yeah, we're down to just 2 now. Is it going to go down to just 1, or is it going to be 2? Although I guess this guy has bigger arms than this one still, so this guy will probably get at least the same size arms. The second fucking. Do you want to talk?
Well, you know, I try.
Do you want to talk?
It's really not a difficult question. I said, I'm fascinated that not only are
I
there so
answered.
many movie lovers, but there are so many completely different types of movies. Which type do you like? Horror films? Westerns? What?
Sci-fi.
Disaster movies?
Yes.
It is odd how pleasurable it can be to watch other people suffer.
Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk? Oh no, I sense another murder incoming.
Yes. So, what would you say is your all-time favorite movie?
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
I've never seen that movie.
It probably doesn't matter what you
Perhaps
say.
we can watch it together sometime.
I was trying to think of something that would have been out by the time this game came out. But like notable enough to maybe have some dialogue. For precisely that reason. Yeah, I guess Space Jam was what, like 97? But like, would that have been what they would have programmed a special option in this game for? 96, okay. The Matrix wasn't... Oh, I guess the... Wasn't... Oh, no, I guess I'm thinking that was... Was the Matrix 99? Or 2000? Yeah, like, maybe if you said, like, Jaws or maybe, like, The Godfather, those maybe would have been... Maybe would have been enough to have had a special response. Maybe. I bet it was just still the same response. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Do you want to talk?
Well, that's quite a compliment.
What? Do you want to talk?
Well, we were talking about movies, but the biggest influence on your culture has got to be television. A lot of people these days own 2, 3, or more. Tell me, how many hours per week would you say you spend watching TV?
Ooh. 9?
You only watch a little bit? Is that right?
Yes.
That's pretty impressive considering just how much TV there is to watch these days. It's hard to avoid it.
In terms of, like, actual TV, it's probably less than 9, honestly, even. But... I thought he was getting out of the water. But, like, if you include YouTube and stuff, it's probably more than 9, but... usually it's, like, I watch, like, an hour-ish around dinner time, like, when I'm making dinner, and then, like, sometimes at night and stuff as well. Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk?
So when you do watch TV, what type of shows are your favorites? Sitcoms? Cartoons? What?
Comedy.
You like the funny stuff, huh?
Yes.
That's great. I would think most humans would pick comedy as their favorite. Being scared or tense while watching TV seems counterproductive.
I mean, it's not like I watch, like, live television or anything. But, like, there's a couple shows here and there that I keep up on, like... And even then, that definition is kind of stretched, because, like, streaming services and stuff. It's like, well, is that TV, or, like, new shows for those? Are those TV, or are those just internet video? Do you want to talk?
Well, thanks for telling me a little about your TV habits. This little box seems to have grabbed a hold of people's minds so inextricably, but you don't really seem to be the typical
That
specimen.
position is interesting.
Maybe you prefer to get your experience live and not through a glass screen. I think that's worthy of some praise, don't you? Just don't get a big head about it.
Well, and that's what's interesting. Yeah, because I mean, like, my gut reaction is that I wouldn't count Twitch as TV, but I would count YouTube. But like, as soon as I start thinking about that, and like, when you say that, and if I put like any amount of thought into it, it's like, yeah, it's basically the same as watching YouTube, which is essentially just new TV. Yeah, like. I mean, I guess the question is that produced video content, so to speak. But then, like, definitely, at least some YouTube channels are produced, like, you know, like, teams of people working on these videos. And it's like, well, where's the actual cutoff for that? Do you want to talk? But, like, realistically...
So I'm going to go out on a limb here and assume you like music. It's another medium you humans are fascinated with. Well, what kind of music do you listen to? Rock, hip-hop, what?
Rock.
Alternative stuff, huh?
No.
Let's try that again. What type of music do you listen to?
Rock.
You dig world music, huh?
No.
Let's try that again. What type of music do you listen to?
Rock.
You dig world music, huh?
World? Yes.
Learning about other cultures through song is very admirable. After all,
He
music
literally
can
listed
define a
rock.
culture and can also bring cultures together.
Like, he listed that as one of his examples. So I would have expected that to work. And depending on how I said it, like the first... What was it that he even... Oh, alternative is what he heard when I said rock the first time. And then world music? Yeah, can't understand my thick accent. Anime jazz. Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk?
Well, you know, I try to stay in shape.
Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk?
Now I want to ask you about the most important medium of all, the printed word. Tell me, do you enjoy reading?
Yes.
You like to, huh?
Yes.
That's great. Reading is the greatest of all forms of entertainment because it allows you to use your imagination. You're not bound to someone else's version of what a character or scene looks like.
Yeah, that would have also been a valid thing, but I think Seaman's too hoity-toity to consider video games as Seaman listens to ska. Do you want to talk?
I don't know.
Do you want to talk?
I could use a hug.
What do you think he said that in response to? Do you want to fuck? Do you want to talk?
I have nothing to say.
Okay, I think he's done for the day. Do you want to talk?
Tell me, how many books have you read in the past year?
5.
That's good. But remember, you can always read more. What kind of books do you like?
Sci-fi.
The poetry reader seems to be a dying breed, I'm afraid.
Alright.
Now,
Oh, wait,
if
or
you
maybe...
could somehow find a way to televise a poem, then people would get interested. Well, I feel like I know a little more about how you keep yourself entertained. There is so much being produced out there for your perusal. Movies, books, TV, music. If your full-time job was being entertained, you probably still wouldn't be able to take it all in. Nor would you want to, I guess, because there's a lot of garbage out there, too. But as far as I know, human beings are the only animal smart enough to entertain itself in a complex way. So I say, take advantage of as much of it as you can. Even if you're just staring at a cop show eating bonbons for an hour.
No. He responded to something that I said, which was not that. And then I was trying to figure out what he thought I said. Yeah, I was also thinking, like, yeah, Seaman's doing a good job entertaining himself here by asking me stupid questions. Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk?
This has been a blast. Let's do it again sometime.
Okay, I think he's done, maybe? Do you want to talk?
What do you want?
Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk?
Yes?
Do you want to talk?
You know, it struck me that I've been around you for quite some time now, participating in your daily routines. However, I'm not quite sure exactly where we are. I'm guessing we are somewhere in America, but the details are fuzzy. Like you, fuzzy. Anywho, I was wondering if you'd be so kind as to tell me which state we're residing in currently.
Ontario.
I don't think that's one of the 50 U.S. states. At least not as I learned them. Let's try this again. What state are we in, my mammalian friend?
Canada.
Canada, eh?
Yes.
Interesting. What's your opinion of the United States? Good? Bad? Indifferent?
Fascist.
I'm sorry, my question must have confused you. Would you like to try again? Do you feel good things or bad things about the United States?
Bad.
I guess I don't blame you. Living next to the U.S. is probably like sharing a bunk bed with your loud, obnoxious younger sibling.
Lol. Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk?
You called?
Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk?
Take a guess.
Do you want to talk?
What do you need?
Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk? Come on. Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk?
If you have to ask.
Do you want to talk? Yeah, it's interesting that it accepted another country.
Well, I found out a little about you
For the
based on
state
where
question.
we live. Now I'm curious if you've learned anything about your fellow humans based on where they live. Tell me, have you ever traveled abroad?
Yes.
Where did you go the last time you traveled?
The United States.
From Canada to Europe. I'm guessing the people there treated you nicer when they found out you weren't an American. I'm glad to hear you've traveled a bit. You know the expression about walking a mile in someone's shoes? Well, walking a mile in their country is the next best thing. You have no idea how much you don't know about a person until you find out about their home. Humans always seem to play it too safe. They stay in their own little world instead of realizing that the world belongs to those that live in it. And if you don't travel it and learn about it, you're not really living in it, you see.
He's getting spots on his
Besides,
arms now.
think of all the hot bods you can meet overseas.
Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk?
Not much.
Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk?
Can I help you?
Do you want to
I
talk?
have another point to make regarding travel and culture. Shall I share it with you?
Yes.
Okay then. Whether or not you've traveled abroad, you're part of an ever-shrinking world. Sure, you know that. There's even a song about it being a small world after all, but never in history has it become so important to be familiar with and tolerant of other peoples and their cultures. You and your descendants will be forced to deal more and more with people from all over the world. Think of the effect that will have. Cultures will become further mixed. You already see that in small ways, like your pop music with musical styles being combined, in your food with fusion cuisine. It's a natural result of the world's economy becoming mixed, the prevalence of the internet, cheaper, faster travel. The end result will more likely be that there may be no more countries to speak of in the future. The world will be more of a cohesive unit, just as it happened in the United States and is already happening in Europe. That to me is very exciting.
Do you want to talk? It's fascinating seeing all these, like, views of the world from 2000 through the perspective of a fucking tadpole man. Do you want to talk? And how they see the future playing out.
It's been grand. Let's do it again soon.
Well, I mean, Seaman was found in Egypt. So, considering he keeps his memories, he would at least know about Egypt. Do you want to talk? But yeah, you wouldn't think he would know too much about...
What's wrong, Fuzzy? Is it the
Okay.
same thing as last time?
Yes.
You poor little biped. These anxieties haunt you so. It sounds like you need to come up with your own ways to cope, some sort of closure to your situation. Perhaps you should get out of the house a little. Take a stroll, maybe, to help you clear your mind.
I must kill.
I never should have taught you hairless apes how to talk.
Do you want to talk? Like, I don't know what he expects you to actually say there after that little dialogue. Because it doesn't seem like anything that I say results in, like, an actual, you know, real response. So what is he doing over there?
Right, I know. It's cold in here.
Oh. Interesting. Temperature actually dropped enough. Alright. Do you want to talk?
I have a question for you. You see, watching you every day like this, I see you come and go, to and from work, in and out of the house. It's kind of like observing apes must be for you. Each monkey has its own lot in life, set of rules to follow, and it follows them, regardless of how it feels at that moment or what it might rather be doing. Of course, it can be rather comfortable for me to relax all day, but then again I still get antsy and crave things which, due to my physique, are impossible to accomplish. I have to admit that I envy you somewhat, that you may be so productive and make differences within your own culture, but I know that the grass is always some other color on your neighbor's lawn, so to speak, so I'm really curious. Are you happy with your job?
Yes.
Well, that's very nice for you. Your field is one that seems to be taking over this planet as of late. It must feel good to be one of the pioneers in this age of technology. Tell me, what is it that you like best about your job?
Innovation?
Yes, I hear that your field is rather lucrative.
Okay.
But it seems
Sure.
wrong that it should be your favorite thing about the position. Ah, well, I'm glad it makes you happy at any rate. It seems as if a career can be a very important thing to a person, and I really think that's good for your society as a whole. And if people do what they love, then their output will no doubt be worlds apart than if they don't. Even some humans get a little carried away with work and forget their individualities. But if you look at, say, ants, for example, they are not defined by themselves, but their missions in life, often to gather food, and that is their career, so to speak. You are all one large purposeful machine, whether or not you realize this day by day. If you get stuck doing something you're not fond of, then the machine becomes creakier and eventually collapses. This is why I believe that each worker must truly enjoy the work she or he is set out to do. It seems as if you've accomplished this for the time being, and that is a wonderful thing. Keep at it, and you can learn many new things, explore many different paths to your success. Well, anyway, it was nice chatting with you. I'll be seeing you around then.
I like this other Seaman coming in, just nudging him to the side. But yeah, so we've made some good progress today, and we are now, like, we've only got 2 Tad men left. So, I mean, we're probably on the brink of progressing again here. So we'll call it here for today. And tomorrow afternoon, we will keep going. See if we can evolve more. So yeah, thanks for watching. Yeah, I bet they will evolve tomorrow also. Like, almost immediately, I bet. Thanks for watching, and good night. And good night. Did this lose its Wi-Fi? Yeah, it did. Oh yeah, I will back up the save also. Okay, there we go. Good night!